So September 13th, 1994, Ready to Die drops.
Yep.
I think I caught mine at the warehouse.
Warehouse. Yeah, I think I was warehouse too, off of Van Nuys, man. I got it on tape.
There it is.
Tape.
Oh, wow.
There he is.
How about you?
At the time, I was in a record pool, so I was getting like record service and promo vinyl.
Yeah.
And that came in. That came in like, so funny. It came in like a week or two before the actual release.
Wow.
So I got a chance to preview
Right.
the
These
album
tracks.
already. Yeah.
Wow.
So that takes me to this, because out of all the albums, all the records, and we talked about this in past, you know, segments we've done where 30 albums came out that year,
Yeah,
30
yeah.
classics.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But he had the baby on the cover, man. It didn't look
Right.
like anything else, you know?
Yeah. Right.
What did you think when you first saw, you know, this cover?
It was just interesting.
It almost just already looked like a classic album.
Right?
It's like one of those albums that you know, looking at it, you buy it, it's going to be good just by looking at it. I know, like, it's just clean.
It's clean,
And
right?
That's probably, you know, hats off to Puff, probably having influence, like, the promotion side of it and making it a movement behind the man.
In a world where it's all about beating your chest and wearing a big gold chain, you know what I'm saying? And then
simplicity.
You know, yeah, to see the simplicity of what he did, it's like it makes it even more timeless.
Yeah,
you know?
but it could also be, you know, let's say this is his new album.
Right.
First album, this is like his newborn, in a sense. This is new, as a baby, like this is my first step.
Right.
This is my first thing that I'm doing.
Absolutely.
So it could, you know, it could represent that in a sense.
I think it did. I mean, it was his birth to the game, and what an imprint he leaves 20 years later. We're here talking about the classic album with where you could talk about each individual song, track for track. Like I think about you mentioned Unbelievable being one of your favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Juicy's probably defaults, you know.
Exactly.
But
just rhyme and Primo, Unbelievable. Like B.I.G, G.I.E, a.k.a. B.I.G. Get it? Biggie. And then how he comes in live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one, representing BK to the fullest.
Man.
I mean,
well, even the sample he used with R. Kelly.
R. Kelly being 12 play.
Yeah, that was
how
even that long ago at that time.
Yeah, so it was so many things. Like Give Me the Loot, how he just flips his versatile lyrics, like on Give Me the Loot. I mean, Warning, how he paints that picture.
Warning was unbelievable to me, no pun intended.
There he is.
But just the way he painted the picture of Warning, you know, in the intro with the, you got a red dot on your forehead too. And that was like watching a movie in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable to me.
But even like when I was doing radio and I was doing Friday Night Flavors with the Baker Boys. And when like almost every song on the album was being played. Even the remixes, like the One More Chance hip hop remix. That was like, the beat on that was crazy at the time it came out.
Because that's when the like, even I remember being in high school, that's when the females was like, yo, this One More Chance I'm feeling, Big Papa I'm feeling. So he brought the ladies along on the ride where, you know, I dare to say I don't want to backtrack. I dare to say that there's not a whole lot of cats who were really gravitating towards the ladies at that point. I mean, you like Pac obviously was doing his thing, and you know, ladies love Pac.
Of course.
Ladies love Cool J, like, so that was that influence. But no disrespect to the great one, he didn't have the look.
That's the thing.
He had the swagger, he had the style,
confidence.
and he had the confidence, which was everything. And he brought the ladies on with his journey. So that's when, like, dude, it's like chicks in high school were like buying the album and loving the album, and like couldn't put it down either. So
this did great for Diddy as well as a producer. In a sense, because he started using or started doing music that became a little bit more mainstream or samples. And then when you fast forward to later on, when you start hearing him do, you know, like More Money, More Problems, and Been Around the World, he was just using like classic samples, made a mainstream mass appeal records, and that's what helped, in a sense, like Biggie was one of the artists, along with the many other artists, that helped get hip hop to the mainstream.
Along with the videos, man. The videos, the One More Chance, you know, remix with was that Mary J and Faith on it, or
well, they were all in the video.
In the video,
and you remember Aaliyah was in that. Luke Campbell was in that.
Heavy D was the bouncer at the door. There's just such a great video, and then back to the Juicy video and the Warning video. I mean, they really they really put it right in front of our face, man. And him having the crown in New York at the time, it did sway the energy to the East because of how strong the material was, though. Along with the visuals, along with the rap patterns, along with the lyrical.
Let's see, the Heavy D, Mary J. Blige, they were on Uptown Records at the time. If I'm correct, Diddy was doing stuff at Uptown before he came and did his own thing.
I remember Party and Bullshit, I think.
Was on Uptown, Uptown,
So, but we just got to talk about moving forward. This album, the legacy Biggie left, what would hip hop look like if Biggie Smalls was still around spitting on the mic? That's kind of a scary thing for other MCs out there if that was the case. But let's talk about that.
Timberland, best then, better now. Available at Robert Wayne Footwear.